Howdy, howdy, howdy. Sorry I'm late. I apologize for that. Basically what happened is the power lost, or the house lost power today. And that meant that the clocks weren't right. So in the kitchen where I made dinner, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. So that tells you a little bit about what my day has been like. I am so thirsty. I made that fideo to celebrate Cinco De Mayo. And, oh, it was delicious. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a tequila drink. I have not opened this yet, so, you know, I got to go through that. It'll be easy, though. There we go. See? Easy. We're going to do that, and then we're going to try a few drinks that are tequila-based. One of them being a tequila old-fashioned, which is something I've never made before, and I'm kind of looking forward to trying it. All right, so, I guess I just do this. All right, so this is the Don Julio Reposado. The Reposado Private Cask. That's what makes this different. It's a private cask. The Reposado I've had before, but this is a little bit different. So we gotta have. Oh, jeez. We gotta have good tequila on Cinco de Mayo. All right, that's plenty of this, because it's, I mean, I may only ever see this one time, so I'm not going to go crazy on it. I do like Don Julio tequila. I also like Patron. There's a bunch of tequilas that I like, but this is quickly turning into my favorite. I'm not as good with tequila as I am with bourbon as far as pulling out notes. To me, that's very floral, very sweet, really nice, some honey in it. Beautiful, beautiful pour. Just delicious. Just absolutely delicious. If you get a chance to pick this up, it may be tough to find, but boy, is it worth it. Gosh, that's good. Now this is 42.7% alcohol. So, what's that mean? 83.4 proof or something like that? Which is a little higher proof than some of the other ones, but it's not going to tear you up. This is fantastic. All right. All right, let's make a drink. All right, we're going to start off, we're going to do that tequila old-fashioned. And I'm kind of happy with myself because I made simple syrup out of actual agave. Now, you know that tequila is best when it's 100% agave. Agave is a plant that grows primarily in Mexico. There's huge plantations of agave. And it's got these big leaves that come off of it. And they go out and they harvest this agave by chopping off the leaves with what looks like a, I don't know, kind of a straight hoe. And then it comes off into this big ball. And then they take that back and they chop that up and they run it through a furnace and dry it out. And it's really kind of cool how it's made. That's what they end up turning into the mash and the fermentation. They add yeast to it and they make tequila. There's a lot of YouTube videos about it, and that's how I learned about it because I was curious. But anyway, I made actual agave simple syrup, just half and half water and simple and the agave on the raw. This makes it nice because you don't have to worry about having the sugar dissolve in the water, so your water doesn't have to be very warm. Okay, so this is going to be simple. Teresa's watching. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Welcome to the show. Sorry I was a little bit late. As I said earlier, you might have missed it, my power went out. So the clocks are rung in the house. It's not even 7 o'clock in the kitchen. So it's just kind of my luck. So, all right, that's 1 ounce. And that's the, ooh, okay, so it's this one. 1.5, all right. So I'm not going to use this for a mixed drink. I just got this thing against using really, really great tequilas or great bourbons to mix. So I'm going to actually move this one off the table. And we're going to go with this Casamigos. This is a decent. This is also a reposado tequila, and it's decent. It's 100% agave, blue agave or agave azul. So we're just gonna, you know what? I need ice for cocktails. All right. I brought it down. I just didn't bring it to the table. Ah, okay. All right. So do that. We'll do that. I didn't bring my tongs down today, so we'll just do that. Very good. All right. So 1.5 ounces of tequila. And about 1/2 ounce of the simple syrup. And 2 splashes of Angostura bitters. Just like you would normally do for a normal old-fashioned. And then in this case, we're going to use a lime. Uh-oh. My limes have just about had it. I didn't use them fast enough. There we go. Put that on the edge of the glass. Give this a nice stir. Some old-fashioned recipes call for you to add some water to it. I don't do that because I've got ice, and the ice is going to melt, and it's going to add the water to it that you're supposed to add for an old-fashioned. And I'm just going to pour all of it in here. There we go. And this would be a... It doesn't want to stay on there. This is a tequila old-fashioned. Why haven't I had that before? Wow. That's really good. Wow. Wow. No, I'm really amazed. It's really quite tasty. And now I've got a wet spot on my table. That's all right. All right. That was good. Tequila, old-fashioned. You should try that. That's good. All right. Daniel Jackson is watching. Hey, Daniel, how are you? We're making some drinks. I just did a tequila old-fashioned. I'm just going to recap real quick. I used the agave and the raw. Half of this, just like a quarter cup and a quarter cup of water. Made about a 1/2 cup of agave simple syrup. It matched with it perfectly. I'm using the Casamigos for the old-fashioned. That, and just like you would normally do it, about 1.5 ounces of this, about a 1/2 ounce of the simple syrup, 2 splashes of the Angostura bitters, and give it a good stir. Put it over ice with a little lime wedge. Very, very good. That was good. All right. The next one we're going to do, I actually have to refer to my recipe. I found some online that I was really intrigued with. There we go. Okay, the first one we're going to do, it sounds like a joke, but it isn't. It's called A Mexican and a Cowboy Walk Into a Bar. Okay. All right, so here we go. You know, I might as well just use this ice again. I might even use that glass again. All right. So we're going to use 1.5 ounces of the Casamigos. This is, again, the Reposado, 100% agave tequila. The Casamigos is, I've got the silver and this one. And I've used the silver quite a bit, so It was this one's turn. All right, and then this is a bourbon and tequila drink. So I'm going to use chicken cock because I've had this before. I've reviewed it before. And I really like the chicken cock rye better than the chicken cock bourbon. So we're going to mix that with this. It is 1.5, just like the tequila. And you're thinking, whoa, wait a minute. Tequila and bourbon together in the same drink? Yep. It is beautiful bourbon, you know. All right. Then we're going to do 3/4 ounce of the simple syrup. That's the wrong thing. Right here. Behind the thing. Alright, so about 3/4 ounce simple syrup. Apple Old Fashioned is amazing. Do you do that with the Apple Crown Royal? Because I can see, I tried the Apple Crown Royal with cranberry juice. And it was way too sweet for me. But I'm curious about what you thought and what you're using for apple. Okay, so the simple syrup I did, then bitters. It's actually supposed to be walnut bitters, but I left them upstairs, so I'm not going to use walnut bitters. How many dashes? 1. And then you garnish with orange peel. But I'll do that once it's in the glass. Let's give it a stir. Stirring, stirring, stirring. This is National Day of Prayer. I don't ever remember the National Day of Prayer hitting on the same day as Cinco de Mayo. I just don't remember. I don't know if it's like the first Thursday of May every year. I always thought it was later in May, like the 19th or something like that. I don't know. I should have paid better attention. All right. So we'll do that. That ice is about done. That's okay. I got more. Then we do the orange peel. I should probably make it so you can see. There. Oop, wrong way. Duh. There we go. Now I like to take the orange peel and go around the glass. And there we go. You can even twist it and put it down in the glass if you want to, but I like to hang it over the side. So this is a Mexican and a cowboy walk into the bar. Also very good. Very tasty. All right, so the last one I'm going to do, I actually don't have the right tequila for this, and I don't have any of the right stuff close, so we're just going to use this. You're supposed to use silver tequila for it, but I'm going to use this. And we're going to need more ice. That should be plenty. Darn kids. Brown sugar, bitters, 1 ounce of apple cider. Oh, now you have piqued my interest, sir. 2 ounces of whiskey, dash of nutmeg, garnish with an apple slice and a cinnamon stick. You know, Daniel, I have not been able to find a cinnamon stick anywhere. I don't live like near a Whole Foods or anything like that, so I may have to order it online. There is a possibility that our Meyer has it. That's where I found some really nice herbs for these drinks, like mint and some things like that. I might look at Meyer and see if they have anything like that, but I have not been able to find cinnamon sticks anywhere. So, but I am Costco. Well, I'm not a member, so, but I know people who are, so I'll just say, hey, give me some cinnamon sticks. Meh. All right, so this is called Man of Leisure. This is a signature drink from a place called the Hairy Lobster Restaurant in Portland, Oregon. All right, so we're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of the chicken cock. I like the chicken cock okay. I like the rye better. The rye has a lot more flavor to me. All right. then the tequila. Now again, this is supposed to be silver tequila, but we're going to use what I brought. And this is also, oh, this is only an ounce, which ought to be that one. Nope, that's 3/4. Is it that one? Yep. Okay. Uno ounzo. Cinco de Mayo. I got to throw a little Spanglish in there. All right, and then lime juice. This is not a great lime, so I'll do what I can. Oh, that turned out all right. There we go. Then simple syrup. How much? 1/4 ounce, so not very much. We'll just put a little in there. Same agave simple syrup. This was a good idea. I'm glad I did this. This is really good. Top with about 1.5 ounces of ginger beer. Now, if you're not a ginger beer lover, you may want to skip this part. I am not a ginger beer lover, but that's what the recipe calls for, so I am going to put it in. There we go. And then a lime wedge for garnish. Yeah, this lime has just about had it. Guess what I got to buy at the store this week? All right, so let's give that a stir. Now, I have been to the Costco liquor stores in Kentucky because you don't have to be a member. They're on the outside of the store. The one in Florence, Kentucky is quite good, I might say. Yeah, why not? It's a lot of ice. All right. Do that. Take the sticker off the lime wedge. All right. Put that down on there. And this is called Man of Leisure. Whiskey, tequila, lime juice, simple syrup, ginger beer. Oops, I forgot. There are bitters in this. Let's do it again. That's the nice thing about having a mixing glass. How many? 3 dashes. You can pour it right back in and correct your mistakes. Michael David, hello, sir. We're doing tequila drinks. I'll recap in just a minute. This one is called Man of Leisure. It's a known drink from the Harry Lobster restaurant in Portland, Oregon. That'll do it. And it has whiskey, tequila, lime juice, simple syrup, ginger beer, Angostura bitters, and a lime wedge. Okay, that one is delicious. They're all good. They're all delicious. That one, because of the ginger beer. Again, I'm not a big fan of ginger beer, but it just added something nice to this. Me likey. All right, recapping what we did tonight. By the way, happy Cinco de Mayo, and happy National Day of Prayer. We started off with a tequila old fashioned. And that was just like you'd make a regular old fashioned, except we used the agave in the raw and in our simple syrup. So it's 1 part this, 1 part water. Heat it up a little bit, get it all stirred up, store it. It's delicious, by the way. Very, very good. We didn't use a cherry in it. Instead, we used a little lime and a couple of dashes of the Angostura bitters, and it was absolutely delicious. I really enjoyed it. The second drink was called A Cowboy and a Mexican Walk Into a Bar, and that one has tequila. We used chicken cock bourbon because I've already reviewed that before. Simple syrup. It's supposed to have walnut bitters, but we used a Angostura. And then orange peel garnish. And then the Man of Leisure, which we just did, and they are delicious. I would never have thought that bourbon and tequila could go together and be nice with each other, but it was actually very, very good, and I can recommend it every day, all day. So, all right, very good. This is a quickie. We did a longer one last night for Star Wars. May the Fourth be with you. And we tried Rebel cask strength. You know, Rebel Star Wars. See how it works. So we kind of got our geek on last night with that, and I'll tell you, this is 120 proof. I was feeling it. This is lower proofs. I'm doing great. I'm not feeling anything, but this I felt last night. Went to sleep a little early, which worked out pretty well actually. But anyway, yeah, I was feeling it by the end of that one. But tonight, this is fantastic. A great way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I did put a recipe on Beautiful Bourbon of what I made for dinner tonight, which is Fideo. It's a recipe that some friends taught me, 25 years ago, and it's delicious. The recipe that I posted, I said 2 tablespoons of salt. I think I have to go back and amend that and make it like maybe 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Just seemed a little salty to me. But you could buy Fideo pasta at Kroger, and it's Barilla pasta. Or you could go to like a Mexican grocery and buy their Fideo. Now the thing about their Fideo is often it's long noodles and it's wound up like in this tied up mess. And you have to crush it and break it and all that stuff. And so why go through all that trouble? Just get the Barilla. It's already like tiny pieces of the pasta. And the whole recipe is there. If you want to celebrate Cinco de Mayo or any other cool day and you want to try what's basically a Mexican spaghetti with chicken in it, oh my gosh, it's just delicious. Trust me. I would not lead you astray. So that recipe is on Beautiful Bourbon. I will also post the recipes for the drinks that we made tonight as soon as we're done. The 3 drinks, and I'm going to finish them because they're good, and I think you'll enjoy them. So I'll post those as well. If you get the opportunity, we did try the Don Julio. This is the Reposado, and it's private cask. This is delicious. It's a limited time release. Maybe hard to find, but anything Don Julio is going to make you happy, I promise. So, and this is a little higher proof. This is 80-something proof, and most of them are around 80, 82. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, William Joseph, hey, I'm glad you're watching, sir. We're just getting done. Thanks for tuning in and checking it out. It'll be on rerun. You can come back and watch the whole thing here in just a couple of minutes when it posts. So, I do appreciate you coming aboard and checking things out. And in the meantime, have a great before I go any further, I do need to let you know about some holidays coming up. I will not be doing Bourbcasts on these holidays, but I want you to know that they're there, because that's my responsibility. Tomorrow is National Beverage Day, and of course we have to celebrate with a beverage. Now I'm not going to do it here. I'm just going to do it upstairs, but I wanted you to know that tomorrow is National Beverage Day. And then on the 7th, Saturday, that's Kentucky Derby Day, and it's also National Cosmopolitan Day. I won't be celebrating that one either. At least not here. I might try to make a Cosmo. I don't know that that's a drink I'm really all that interested in, but I may make a Cosmo just to see, But I wanted to let you know about it. A couple holidays that if you choose to celebrate them, you can. The next thing that we're going to do is on, next Thursday. We're going to come back with another Bourbcast, and, I had it here a second ago. All right, here it is. Ugh. We're going to try this one. This is one I've had for a little while. This is the Old Hickory Hermitage Reserve. This is 96 proof. Mash bill of 95% rye. So this was recommended to me. I bought it. It's aged 6 years. We're going to try this next Thursday, a week from today, right here on Beautiful Bourbon. We're still doing the thing on Instagram at Beautiful Bourbon. We're loading these up on YouTube. So and we're getting comments and we're getting views on YouTube. That's kind of cool. YouTube.com Beautiful Bourbon. The blog is slowly but surely starting to get a little action as well. That's at beautifulbourbon.com. And, of course, here on the Facebook page. And we'll do more at some point. Quinn is watching. Quinn, we're just about done. I'm sorry, man. You have to watch the rerun because it's worth it. The tequila drinks that we made tonight, you got to go back and watch it. Really, really good drinks. Matter of fact, I need another sip here. Happy dance. All right, so those are your holidays coming up. That's what we're going to be doing next week, this rye. And the big special thing tonight was the Don Julio. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next Thursday. Drink responsibly. If the National Day of Prayer is your thing, take advantage of it. You ought to do it every day, but today's a special day, so yeah, take advantage of it. In the meantime, you guys take care of yourself, and we will see you next Thursday.